All right, here we go. I think I shared some photos about this selection process for the stone. I literally said, hey, I really need to get this stone rolling. And I had some stones inside of here that I was going to use to build a small, damn it, I can't think of the word right now, but basically a stone monument to Baal, which never kind of came to fruition because he's like, okay, I need you to move on to this other part. And I suspect I'll be going back to that, but I haven't gone back in a couple of years now, and it's, the timing's really on him. And his decisions about what's best for my practice and his goals, right? So I was going to use some of those stones, but I was told to go outside and pick one, and I was led to this. I took some videos with the phone, but it's not. I'm using the GoPro for this. So I've got this stone, and I don't know how well it's going to shatter, quite frankly. I don't know much of anything about stones. I sure as shit know stuff about a hammer. But, as we can see here, I mean, this is not trivially thick, thin, excuse me. It's a thick stone. So, but this was the one that was chosen. I don't know why. Maybe it's going to split nicely into two pieces. If it splits into more than two, then I'll basically take a sizable chunk with me and then use that for my anchor point over in Hawaii, which I will hide in a flower pot, as I said on my my blog. So now I don't know how this is going to smash, and safety is very much a concern. I've done a lot of pounding on metal, done a lot of metal shaping, but I haven't done a lot of rock smashing outside of trying to pulverize stuff to make chips or, smaller for fillers and things like that. So what I have here is I've got my stone. I've got my little mini anvil, not anchored down onto this thing. I don't. My old workbench is no longer. I do have my old metalworking sledge here. It's either 2 or 3 pound sledge. I don't remember which. Super handy. And then I'm going to try to use this cotton just to. It's not going to prevent all chips, but I'm just trying to kind of prevent some of the worst. So, guess there's nothing for it but to do it. Starry's still sniffling from the airplane. I've been off of it for about 12 hours now. Several chips. What I need really is one decent sized one. I used to use when I was pulverizing stuff with a hammer to make chips instead of the thing I have now. I used to use cloth, and it would get ripped too, so I'm not really surprised on this. Just trying to keep it all into place. Alright, so here's what I have. Several smaller, several larger. Now I did just make an offering to the dead. I got some new incense at the Byoto temple while I was on Oahu. You see those things there. 2 of those are new, 2 of those are current. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to reach out and ask them which piece should I take with me, because the rest are going to be anchored here into that spot that I've set aside for them, right? It doesn't seem to be a consensus. I feel like this piece needs to go with me, but there's a sizable amount that thinks that this piece needs to go with me, but they're fading back when I pick it up. So these pieces will be deposited into my little graveyard. It's starting to rain, so I suppose I should probably get onto that. And this piece will be put into a flower pot that will anchor the 2 places. and allow them to move back and forth. So since I only have 2 hands and some rain coming in, let me hurry this up a little bit and go from there. All right, some of you may recognize, but most of you probably won't, to be honest. This is the area I have set aside as my graveyard. It is raining, so I'm going to have to go ahead and now, part of the reason why I chose this area was because it's part of a female holly, American holly tree, right? Hopefully you can see the berries. It's dark and the screen is little. Anyways, very prickly all the time. So, this won't get noticed much because nobody's going to walk there. But I do need to ask. Spirits of this graveyard and those spirits who have watched over this place, who continue to watch over this place, I ask you please to recognize and enhance the stone that have been chosen by among you for the purposes of linking this place right here that I have set aside for you and my eventual home in Hawaii, on Oahu, whose location I do not yet know, but I have this other half of the stone. And I shall be linking those things myself. I ask that you please, those of you who curate this space, curate this area as a place of welcome for the dead, to please send them there if they so choose to come. For that is where I will be producing my offerings. They will still have safe place, and I will still honor their presence there with the very few rules that I have set up for all spirits, not just them, that come into my space. I thank you. And I thank you for choosing this stone for me. And I will trust that you will see to it that this will work appropriately when I get my anchor point set up in a plant also of the soil, and that I also dedicate to the dead. Hail to you, hail to the dead and those that keep it.